I have a brand new favorite tool that I want to tell you about. They're the wool pressing mats. Now I'm working with the ones from Precision Quilting Tools, and I've been working with them for about a month. They come in 3 sizes. I'm Pat Sloan, and I'm going to give you all the details about what I love about these pressing mats. So this is the smallest size. It is 9 by 9, and I was just at a retreat teaching, and the ladies had these. So they're really great for travel because this is a tiny one, and if you're just doing parts of patchwork, it works really well. Then there is a medium size, which is 17 by 17. And this one is great if you're a bit more limited space. I am using the big girl version, 17 by 24. And I have it down here on my ironing board, and I'm gonna point the camera down here now. And then I am going to show you the properties of the pressing mat, the wool pressing mat that I really love. They're 100% wool, and it's wool from New Zealand. Now I'm going to bring you in closer here so that you can see how thick this is. It is a 1/2 inch thick. And it's very, very dense. Like I am pushing it right now really hard, can you see? And it is super dense, which means that when I have heat on the top side, this bottom side is still cool. So that means that you could put this pressing mat on any surface. It also, because of the wool, things don't slip. Like if you ever have a problem with it slipping on your cotton, cotton to cotton when you're moving, this just does not do that. Now I've got a few patchwork things here, and the other cool thing about this pressing mat, let me bring it up here a minute, is that the pressing mats, because they're wool, they're going to take the heat from the top, and then it's going to warm up that wool and sort of heat it from the backside as well. And that is very cool for patchwork. I think it makes everything a lot flatter. I'm actually sure it does for me anyways. I love really firm surfaces. Have you ever gone to retreat or classes, and they've got sort of those mats that are soft? Your patchwork just never gets really crisp because there's just too loose. Like even on my ironing board, I took off the pad that came with it, and I have like layers of batting to try to get that firmness, but sometimes I still get the grid to show through. So with the wool pressing mats, none of that happens. They are fantastic. So I'm going to do a demo here. I'm going to show you, I'm going to press. Now I just have one patchwork here, this sew and flip. And so I'm going to, first, I always like to just take it and warm it, and then I will go and press flat. And I think it's super crisp. And if I were to put my hand back here right now, it's cool. I don't feel anything on this back side. And I also have a bigger patchwork, and let me just bring us out a little bit. Now on this one, I have this direction pressed. So if I want to just press that fold and then go forward, here we go. And get that block pressed all nice and firm, super flat. Now the neat thing is, because this is wool, you can take your pins and pin things to it. So that if you're working on a project and maybe you need to block it, maybe it's an embroidery or something like that, and you need to take it here and block the piece, maybe it's a little bit damp and you want to pull it and get it into the right shape, or heaven forbid something was a teeny bit small and so you wet it a little bit and tried to block it. That's what blocking is called. You can use the pressing mat for that. The wool pressing mats are fabulous. These ones I just love from the Precision Quilting. So there are another couple of things about it that I want you to know because they're important. They're important things. It is 100% wool, and so that means that when you open it, first when you open it. It's going to smell like wool. You know, have you ever sort of gotten a wool coat and you can smell wool? You know, it's wool. And if you're allergic to wool, of course, this may not work for you, but it's 100% wool. The other thing too is when you use steam on it, and I love steam, I use steam all the time, it has a little bit of a wet wool smell. That's what happens. It's wool. I don't mind that. I come from a garment making background, and so that doesn't bother me at all. I've been using this for a month, and I keep it out and I use it all the time, and I've noticed that it has dissipated quite a bit. Even when I'm using steam now, it's not quite the same as when I first opened the package. If you use no steam, if you don't like steam, you're not going to have that smell at all, because it, you know, once it airs out, it doesn't have that smell. So that is the wool pressing mats. They're 1 inch thick. And if you're looking for a small one to try, like, you can just put it right by your iron. You can take it on travel. I have all the links down below. I am Pat Sloan, telling you about my new favorite pressing mat, the wool pressing mats. So hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoy me on Facebook at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan, and visit me at patsloan.com, where you can find all the sew-alongs and things that I'm doing. Bye-bye.